Okay, boys and girls, welcome back. Redmissed in the house once again. How you doing? I hope everyone's doing great. I'm doing great, and we, my friends, are playing some more WWE Supercard featuring Charles Xavier from X-Men. Now, as you know, the ring domination has been revealed for Kurt Angle. But look at that picture, guys. Doesn't it look a lot like Charles Xavier from the X-Men? I don't know. I'm just putting it out there, but yeah, whatever. So, if you don't happen to know, then I've been told by a few people in the clan that the the WrestleMania card is AJ Styles, the man himself. But that's pretty damn cool because I would love to get AJ Styles. But the I can't remember his name, but Kurt Angle's son, Jason something or something Jason, I can't remember his name, is supposed to be the SummerSlam card. Now, that would make a lot of sense considering that SummerSlam event card is Kurt Angle, so having his so-called son would make perfect sense to be the card. So if you happen to have him, then you're about to get a pro, my friends, which is pretty damn cool. Now, the one thing that I want to do is I'm going to pause this 2 seconds. Okay, so I've gone into my pictures. This is why I've paused it, because obviously I don't want to show you all of my pictures and stuff. But look at this screen. Now, this is what I've been experiencing when it comes to Into the Ring dominations. 147,000 on stats. Now, if you're running into this problem, I believe, according to forums, it has been a bug report on SummerSlam manager cards. So any SummerSlam manager cards seem to be like tripling or doubling their stats. So for example, they give 505 in stats for like a manager card, say Freddie Blassie or Jimmy whatever. So any of those that give double stats give 505 stats. So you can see here that this guy has used a classy Freddie Blassie, and he happened to lose the match, and I ended up getting the points. So it's pretty crazy, the fact of what's going on here, because of the fact of, like, that's basically awarding 100,000 stats. So if you've gone and bought manager cards, let me pause this 2 seconds again. Okay, so if you've gone and bought like Survivor pack or WrestleMania pack cards, and you've been lucky enough to get SummerSlam managers, then you could potentially take full advantage of this glitch or bug that is going on in the Ring dominations right now, and you could pretty much 100% win every single game until they go and fix this bug. So hopefully you won't run into too many people that do have that going on, but if you do, then just bear in mind that if you're playing a game and you do happen to run into this and you're going to lose the game, if you're using title matches or you're using bouts, you can force quit in the match. By force quit, I mean you tap the button and you close Supercard. Now, when you close Supercard, you will be able to open up the game again, and you'll still have the same amount of bouts and the same amount of titles as you did before. So you won't lose anything. So if you do happen to run into people like that, then make sure you do that, because it's going to be a big bonus. Now, the biggest thing that I am super happy about, besides the SummerSlam tier being dropped, is this bad boy right here. Now, if you click on the King of the Ring and you go in to manage your team, if you have not noticed this already, I'm going to give you the tip. Now, I'm going to pause on this screen just for a minute so you can see, so you can take a look if you haven't looked already, and you can see what I'm talking about. So while I fill up my energies, you guys can take a little look at the screen and see if you can spot what I'm talking about. And this is going to make such a big difference. So for people like myself, who is going to be grinding a lot of the event, obviously I won't need to use this too much because I'm going to be getting my energy. Big hint there. But if after the event has finished, I'm going to go back to grinding the money in the bank. But right down the bottom, you can see here that there is a new button for free energy. Now, would you like to watch an ad and earn 2 energy? Now, this is probably going to be the same as before, anywhere between a 15-second to a 40-second video for 2 energy. So you've kind of got to make up your mind. Is it worth going for this or not? Now, if you don't have much time to keep on grinding out cards and stuff and you just want to watch TV, you can watch some adverts in the background, turn down the sound, and get on with doing whatever you want to do. So that's kind of cool. But I really love that because it now means that when I am really hardcore grinding the money in the bank, especially if the brand new rewards happen to be a SummerSlam event card of any kind in the money in the bank, it's more important that those ads are available because of the fact of I'm not going to have too much time to obviously be grinding out games and then only be getting like 1 guaranteed energy every single game. So that's the other thing that you've got to think of as well. I believe from every single board that you play, you can only get 2 energy from the board, as well as 1 guaranteed energy for winning a game. So, for example, if it takes you 10 games in order to clear out a whole entire board, you're only going to be able to get a maximum of 12 energy. Now, in order to play them 10 games, like you could go into one game, for example, and play a game, maybe take you about a minute to play that game. In that same time limit, you could potentially watch 2 adverts and get yourself 4 energy, whereas if you play 2 games, you're only guaranteed 2 energy unless you get lucky enough to pick an energy off of the board. So it's kind of hit or miss. Do you think that watching an advert for 2 energy is worth it? Do you think it's not worth it? Is it something you're going to do? It's probably something that I'm going to do. Because especially if you're in, say, the ends of the games, like the qualifying stages of the games, this could be a really, really big thing to have. Because, like, you might be at work, you might be out in town, you might be too busy to play the game, but you can watch the adverts and still get the 10 energy that you need. 5 adverts will give you the 10 energy to charge up your team in the King of the Ring. And that could be the difference between making the finals and not making the finals because you was too busy in order to play the games and get that energy. So just bear that in mind. And I've just lost this game. That's pretty damn annoying because I don't have any arrows to actually go attacking anything else. That's a little bit frustrating, but hey, it happens sometimes. That's just the way it goes. We didn't just lose that game. Okay. Did we? Didn't we? I don't know. I can't even remember. Yeah, I didn't lose that game. I'm a complete and utter noob. I thought we had lost that game. But hey, that's just the way it is. So we also have a team battleground going on. Now, for those of you that thought that the update wasn't going to get put into the team battleground straight away, the battleground packs have been updated. But I was completely correct when I said that they were going to do it. Now, they have gone and updated the packs, but they haven't updated the shop. So now, if you go into the Team Battlegrounds and you win, now you have to win in order to get the opportunity at a SummerSlam card. Now, unlike before, where you could possibly get the Ultimate or the SummerSlam, let's go into it and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Now, unlike before, we also have quite a good deck this time. So I've got a pretty good, decent deck, so I should be able to get some good reward, or I should be able to kill some good stuff. Now, before, if you look at the gold pack, it used to be the ultimate up to the higher tiers, but now it is guaranteeing a WrestleMania male. But if you look at the very top pack, the very, very top, we have the opportunity of a WrestleMania to a SummerSlam. So it is a lot harder to guarantee that you're going to get SummerSlam cards, which means that we're not going to be able to grind out the tier as quick as we grinded out the WrestleMania tier. So this is kind of cool, because it might mean that you're not always going to get a SummerSlam card. You might play for Team Battlegrounds and get WrestleMania cards from every single one of them, and then get one SummerSlam in your fifth one. You could get super unlucky and play 10 Battlegrounds and only get one SummerSlam card. So it means that the SummerSlam tier, being able to grind it out, is going to dramatically go down in comparisons to what the WrestleMania tier was. So, for example, the WrestleMania tier, that ran for 4 months. As you guys know, I've been back for just over 2 months now, and I'm already completely kitted out when it comes to WrestleMania cards. I have a full RTG deck of WrestleMania cards, which means that my Royal Rumble's completely kitted out. I'm in Survivor Series tier, or SummerSlam. I keep saying Survivor Series. I'm going to keep saying it. I'm so sorry. But it's all about slowing down the tier. So hopefully, not only are they going to be slowing down the tier by doing all of this stuff, but I'm hoping and I'm praying that they're going to bring in a brand new game mode. Because me personally, I always found PCC to be one of my favorite game modes inside the game, because I just love playing Supercard, and I was always able to grind out the event cards because of the amount that I play Supercard. So I always really loved having a PCC in the game, and I do miss it. But the Ring Domination and the RTG, followed by Ring Domination RTG, like a broken record, it gets really boring because of the fact that I know that Ring Domination I can grind out no problem. But as you can see as well, look at that, guys, the toughness. Look at Brock Lesnar. Because that guy has 2 manager cards that proc on the power and the toughness, his power is insane. Look at that. I can never beat that power toughness. So we're guaranteed to be losing this game unless we get super, super lucky. But the likelihood of that happening is extremely small. But that's really frustrating. But what you could do is you could quit out of this game right now. So such as this, you could just go and do this and then reopen up the game. And then you're not going to lose your title match. And you'll also have the same amount of bouts because it doesn't take them away. So that's kind of cool that you can do that. But there's so much stuff going on at the moment. I kind of hope that they do bring a brand new game mode, because I'm not going to lie, Ring Domination followed by RTG is getting very, very boring. Now, obviously, your Ring Domination, most people can play that and get the event card for free. It happens to be that I've got some credits here, so I will probably use the credits just to grind out the Ring Domination a little bit quicker. But 9 times out of 10, in order to get the event cards in the Ring Dominations, in the RTGs, you have to play and get maybe a few contracts, or you're going to be playing a ton of games. I think you have to play something like 200 games if you haven't got contracts and you can't 10-point games. But then even if you've got contracts, you still have to play something like 130 games, which is pretty crazy. Which means that you'll be playing something like 260 games without contracts. So if you're grinding it out without using contracts, then my hat's off to you, my friend. That's pretty crazy. But I think it's going to be even higher now, because the SummerSlam card, what was it? It was 290 for the WrestleMania Pro, or for the WrestleMania event card of The Rock and stuff that we've just got. So I'm kind of expecting 310 for the SummerSlam card. which could be pretty crazy. The reason why I say this is because of the WrestleMania. Well, it might not be. It might be 300 because the event card, the old WrestleMania event card, will now become the standard SummerSlam card. So that will be like 290 points. And then you would have. Oh my god, he's got another manager power card. Thank god that wasn't a card. Like, look at that Bray Wyatt's power because he's got a manager card on the power of the SummerSlam tier. Like, this is ridiculous and it's becoming so frustrating. But he's procced in. He's got card. Really? Like, what is going on here, guys? I don't know. It's getting super frustrating, these matches, though. But yeah, as I was saying, the old events WrestleMania card at 290 is going to become the standard SummerSlam card. So 290 points for the SummerSlam card, which will mean 29 games with a title match. So possibly the SummerSlam event card will actually be 300 points, which will mean 30 games with a contracts added or 60 games without contracts. So the SummerSlam tier could potentially mean that the RTGs are going to be really, really, really annoying and slow and painful to grind out. But if you want those pros, you're going to do it. But anyway, guys, that's going to be it from me because I keep babbling on about crazy stuff. Tell me your thoughts on the RTG that's going to be coming next week. Tell me in the comments down below if you have already grinded out any of these cards and if AJ Styles is the WrestleMania and then if Jason, whatever his name is, the SummerSlam. I'm going to keep on grinding. Good luck. Hope you don't run into too many of the bugged SummerSlam cards like I have been. I think I've ran into like 3 of them in this video or whatever. But that's going to be it from me. Really hope that you enjoy the game. Peace on the streets.